Still on water issues, technology and a bit of innovation have resulted in a possible solution to the country's drought woes. Well, Vries has managed to turn air into water. No, I'm not joking. His technology draws water from air through a condensation and filtration process. Well, Vries is currently working on raising the money needed to make this technology readily available. He joins us in studio now to unpack the process. Ray, good morning. I must say I'm fascinated by this, and I know that the system debuted last year. So it's kind of been in the testing phases. How did you actually come up with this idea?
We're not inventors, we're actually innovators. And we saw this technology a while ago whilst I was working on sporting events. And I thought, I can't believe that nobody else is doing this. Why aren't we doing this? If the solution is in the air, why are we building dams high and worried about all of that sort of stuff? I see by the story just before this about the taps are closing off. There's no need for that. You can have a machine in your home, which we're doing at the moment, and it's just gone mad because of the drought. But water used to be free. Water is not free. Water is an expensive item, a very treasured item, and very important for everybody. So you can have this at home. You can make up to 32 litres a day from a machine that stands as high as the old-fashioned plastic drinker. Switch it on, you're drinking the humidity, ultravioleted, mineralized, and filtered.
Okay, in language that's simple enough for me to understand, tell me how it works. I mean, you've taken us through the stages. What happens with this machine? Okay,
very simply, the air is drawn into the machine, cooled down, drops into an ultraviolet tank. Ultraviolet is, there's no chemicals, no chlorines. It goes through a filtration process 9 times. Then it is remineralized. If water is not remineralized, it actually leaches the minerals out of your body, so it's not good for you. Held in a top tank, press a button, and you drink yesterday's humidity.
And how long does this whole process take?
You can make 32 litres in 24 hours, up to 32 litres depending on your humidity. And then the very largest ones are 1,500 litres, and then you can use those as modules on a trailer. And I had a call from Northcliffe early this morning. Apparently they've been off now 5 days. So we'll be getting a trailer there today, plug it and switch it on, make water, people will be able to get water from that.
I mean, I'm going to ask what might seem like a very silly question, but of course along the coast you're going to expect it to be very humid. In inland areas like Gauteng, where we're usually dry areas, we're known to be dry. How would it work there? Is it something you could use there?
Very much so. You know, it works in deserts. Just because there's no rain doesn't mean there's no humidity. So if you have a look at Johannesburg now, you've got a 59.1% average humidity. In July, August, you have a very dry. If it's lower than 35%, the machine doesn't work. Or doesn't draw any air or yield any air or harvest anywhere. So yes, absolutely, where there's more humidity, you get a bigger yield. Up here, you'll get a smaller yield, but much more than you need for a family every single day.
So this is something you can use in an ordinary household, like you say, for every family?
Absolutely, school, office, home, anywhere.
And it's just one machine standard size, or are they different sizes depending on whether it's industry or whether it's a home?
They're different sizes, yeah. The bigger they are, the bigger the harvests are. The bigger the electricity is. But the smaller ones are 450 watts, so it's the same as a plasma screen TV.
Is it expensive?
You know, I always get asked that question. I think compared to what? If it's 26,500 rand excluding VAT, that is expensive. It's an investment. It'll last you many years.
How long would one machine last you? I mean, I'm thinking of water filters, things we have in our jugs.
Water filters have to be changed every year.
Yeah.
That's about 550 bucks.
Okay.
But your capital outlay is 26,500 rand. We have managed now to get finance, which is about 750 rand a month, so that it's open to many more South Africans.
And does it use electricity in the home?
Yes, it does, yeah. But about the same as a plasma screen TV, so it's minimal.
And can I ask you why, I mean, have you told government about this? Have you been in talks with government? I mean, we're looking for solutions to our problem at the moment?
You know, we have. We've been, in fact, even in touch with the minister herself, but I think they're preoccupied with other things. We are preoccupied with the catastrophe that's happening in South Africa at the moment, and it is nothing less than a catastrophe. And we only wake up, you know, the milk used to come from a carton, and then it came from a cow when we realized that, you know, milk was short. Water comes from a tap, well, it doesn't. It comes from a dam that might be empty. There's 9 times more water in the air. So you've got lots and lots. The answer's right under our noses. So yeah, we've been talking to government. We just wish that government would just pick the phone up. Just wish they'd pick the phone up.
Maybe they will after this morning. Thanks very much. All right, that's Vries, CEO of Water from Air.